By the end of this video, you will have the same knowledge that my partner Ron and I used to get over 45 million views with YouTube Shorts under 50 days. Let's get started. Hello, my name is George from the YouTube Business Academy, and in this video, we will go over some of the tactics and strategies that my partner Ron and I used to get over 45 million views with YouTube Shorts in under 50 days. So, how do we get more views with YouTube Shorts? This is a very relevant question, so let's dive right into it. First off, here is our track record. So we have videos that got 19.4 million views and they're still getting about 10,000 views every 48 hours. We have here another one which got 9.2 million views. Then here we have more. We have 6.8 million, 4.4, 7.6, and 6.8 million. So as you can see, we have this nailed down. We have the viral formula for YouTube Shorts. And yeah, that's how we got over 45 million views in under 50 days. So let's jump into the meat and the potatoes. First, before we begin though, I do want to invite you to join my free Discord community. It's going to be the first link down in the description. This community is all about YouTube business. So it's called the YouTube Business Academy because that's where we talk about how to start a business on YouTube and how to treat YouTube more as a business rather than as a creator. So if that's something that you're interested in, if that's something that you would like to learn more about, then go ahead and click the first link in the description and I will see you there. With that in mind, let's talk about, first off, the mistakes you need to avoid, because it's very important to understand what not to do before you know exactly what to do. So the question we get quite often is, can I just copy paste videos? Well, the answer is no, don't copy paste videos. YouTube is going to know exactly what you've done there, and that is not supported. That is not cool. We don't do that. Second, don't take shortcuts. I see people all the time asking, hey, can I use a robotic voice, like, text to speech kind of voice? Can I paraphrase articles? Just don't take shortcuts. Do it the proper way. You need to have the script. You need to have the proper voiceover. You need to have a unique video. You want to produce unique content, okay? Third, don't get the cheapest one. This is referred to don't get the cheapest freelancers, because remember, you get what you pay for. And it's true. If you're going to go for the cheapest freelancer or the cheapest labor, well, you can expect to get poor quality. And that is absolutely fine. So don't go for the cheapest one. And it's not probably necessary to go for the most expensive one as well. Find a nice, sweet balance. And lastly is don't copy channels one for one. If you find a successful example of a channel and you're like, oh, okay, I can replicate that. It's fine. You can do that, but don't do it one for one. Have your take on it, right? Be creative with it, because if you just copy what someone else is doing, chances are, because it's already been done, right? So it's not going to get pushed as hard as other videos. So get inspiration, but don't copy one for one, okay? That's advice to you here. So first off, how do we go viral with YouTube Shorts? So this is what you will learn in this presentation. First, we will go over the requirements to go viral. This is something that my partner Ron and I figured out by posting over 60 YouTube Shorts. We've kind of noticed a pattern here. Second of all, we will look at the so-called Trojan horse hack, which is really interesting. Second, we will talk about the endless loop script hack. Okay, I'm sure you've probably seen this, but we will go more in depth about this. And then we will look at the sticky video edit hack. So this is also something that is super important, and I will explain just why in a second. And then we will review some of the best examples of YouTube Shorts so you get a visual understanding of how to actually produce them. All right, let's jump right in. Requirements to go viral. This is based on over 62 viral shorts that we did. So if your short is under 20 seconds, your retention must be over 100%. Okay? And I'm going to explain how to do that. because this is something very important. You want the person on average to watch your video more than one time, okay? And I'm going to explain how to achieve that in just a second. There are different strategies for this and different tactics. Second of all, if your short is anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds long, then your retention should be at least 87% and higher to achieve that virality. And then third, if your, I didn't write seconds here, but if your short is 30 seconds or longer, then you want to have your retention over 75% at least, okay? This is what we've noticed. This might change, so if there's an update, make sure to keep an eye on this. But this is what we found so far, okay? Now, let's jump into the first hack of this presentation. So I call this the Trojan horse hack. And this is where we leverage an existing audience or an existing name, okay? So what you want to do for this is you want to find a famous person / brand in your niche, okay? Then you want to find out what he, she, or they are up to, search related articles, videos to this person brand, and then find something that's controversial, funny, a statement they made, or a mistake that happened, right? So let me explain a little bit more in depth what I mean by this. So if you're just starting out and you don't have an audience, what you can do is you can use someone's name, which already has an audience, to leverage off that. Let's say, for example, you are gonna make a YouTube short about Elon Musk or Mr. Beast or Formula One or something like that, right? Or Lewis Hamilton. So basically here, the idea is that the people who are the audience of that name or of that brand are most likely going to be recommended your short if it's a good short, okay? So that's called a Trojan horse. You're tapping into someone's existing audience with your short because you're using their name. So you want to kind of show your short to that audience, okay? I hope that makes sense. So this is the first Trojan horse hack that we use in our shorts all the time, okay? And this is a very, very, very powerful thing. If you're just starting out from zero, I would highly suggest going for this one. Now, let's look at an example here. So you don't want to overthink, right? For example, take a look at this. Lewis Hamilton missed the full picture with furious radio ran over Mercedes-Benz. Boom, there we go. You can make a short out of that. So the niche is Formula One. The famous person here is Lewis Hamilton. So what you want to do is you want to find the audio for this headline. You want to add the actual footage of the race. And then you want to implement some of the video editing strategies that we will discuss later on in this video. Okay, this is going to be strategy number 3 for video editing. So, all right, so moving on to the second hack, I call this the endless loop script hack. And I love this because the response or the reaction you have when you watch it is like, wait, what? That's so smart. And that is exactly what you want to achieve. So this hack, which I'm going to explain now, has incredible video retention. This is how we actually achieve over 100% retention, which I mentioned in the beginning of this presentation. So this requires a little bit more creativity and it takes a little bit more practice to nail this down. But once you understand, and I'm going to show you an example now in just a second, once you understand how this works, you can get some incredible video retention, okay? So take a look at this. This is an example from Colin and Samir, and I love this. It's going to take probably like 20-30 seconds. Let's take a look.
A 330-foot tower to make trick shots, a mini golf course, over 2 acres of outdoor space, restaurants, merchandise stores, and a museum to tell Dude Perfect's origin story, which if you don't know, started back in 2009 making trick shot videos like this, and has now led to over 58 million subscribers and this incredible new HQ. The campus is going to take 2 years to build and will reportedly either be in Texas or Atlanta. The new Dude Perfect headquarters is much more like Disneyland than it is an office. It's a place to hang out and engage in person with the community that's been built online. Mr. Beast is doing this, Emma Chamberlain is doing pop-ups in New York, and we expect a lot more creators to do it in the future. We've toured the spaces of a lot of different creators, but I truly think that this one will be the craziest that we've ever seen.
At the end, he said this, because it's going to have
a 330-foot tower to make trick shots.
Because when you watch a short, it keeps playing, right? From the end till the beginning. So what they did here is he said, because it's going to have and then it starts 330. So you can kind of see that the beginning of this video right here is actually a middle part, you can almost say. So it creates like this endless loop, because if the person is watching here, it's like almost like an unfinished note, because it's going to have and then a 330 foot tower. So this is what I mean by an endless loop. The beginning ties nicely to the beginning. The end, sorry, ties nicely to the beginning, and there's just an endless loop like that. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Now, everything that I've covered so far is just the tip of the iceberg. I promise you. So you can see right here, there's an image. This is what we're covering here in this presentation, and we have a lot more to go in this presentation. And this, everything that you can't see underwater, is what's happening in the Discord. So I encourage you, go ahead and join our Discord. It's completely free, and we have a really engaged community where we talk about YouTube as a business. We talk a lot about shorts lately, because it's going to be the biggest thing, the biggest update in 2023 once YouTube rolls the new monetization on YouTube, okay, for shorts. This is going to be crazy. So join. I highly encourage you. Won't regret this. Now, moving on to the third hack here. I call it the sticky video editing hack, okay? So by sticky, I mean that it's just that much harder to stop watching. It kind of sucks you in. So what do I mean by this? Now, if you take a look accurately, and we're going to take a look at some examples now, the videos have captions, because not always do people watch shorts with audio. Sometimes they just want to consume content quick, and they don't even turn on the audio. So you want to make sure that your video is readable, okay? Every word you say needs to be as a caption as well, okay? The more engaging you make your captions, the better. Maybe they're popping up, maybe they're a bit like bouncing or floating or enlarging, you know what I mean? So just take a look at shorts and you will understand what I mean by that. So captions. Second, you want to emphasize keywords with different colors. So once again, we're going to take a look now, a couple of examples after this. It's like different words are emphasized with different colors. Usually it's yellow, because that's the brightest color, that's the most we notice fastest. Sometimes it's red, green, etc. Okay? Now, next is fast cuts. So this is pretty straightforward. So you want to have your video fast paced. You want to have it change all the time, because that's what short is about. Short form content, it's fast, it's snappy, and it's not like a full-length video, right? People just go on it fast, they scroll, right? So you want to grab the attention within the first 1-2 seconds, okay? And then also sound effects. So this is actually that a lot of people overlook, but I found this to be super helpful and beneficial, because when you're watching a short, right? If someone's watching with audio, first off, you're engaging the visuals, right? Your visual senses, but with audio, you're also engaging the audio senses as well. So this is like double trouble, basically, right? It's even harder to stop watching. So this is all kind of ties into these like sticky video editing, right? So this is what I mean by this. Now, let's take a look at some of the examples. So this is an example of Mr. Beast. This is actually an example from our YouTube Business Academy YouTube channel. We recently just started, right? And we started posting shorts with our strategies, and you can take a look. We have their already great results, right? We're growing very consistently, very steadily. So this just proves again. So take a look at this.
Shorts is like a huge way to gain subs, isn't it?
Yeah,
right?
gain subs, now get more views on your long form, and make fucking money. I'm telling you, it hasn't clicked in your head yet, but Charlie, Addison, all these people, if they can just literally do what they're doing, but over on YouTube, and make a bag off of shorts, and then on top of that boosts their long form, which makes even more money. You're gonna be crazy to be a TikTok first content creator.
But
see? So you can see that the captions are popping up. There's different colors, etc. Right? So this is what I mean by sticky video editing. Let's take a look at more examples. So we have 3 more examples. This is the first one. This is not from us. This is from Financian_. So let's take a look.
I actually have this video. Check this out.
Yep. Good time.
Saying
Good
Logan
time.
Paul.
By the way, you see what's happening here? They are leveraging their name. So this is what I called about the Trojan horse. We have Logan Paul, we have Mr. Beast. So they're actually tapping into 2 very big audiences here, okay? pay attention to everything we've discussed in this presentation and take a look at this video.
100,000 times.
100,000 times.
And no, it's not fake. I mean, you can skip through it.
Listen to this, bro.
Logan Paul, Logan Paul, Logan Paul, Logan Paul, Logan Paul, Logan Paul, Logan
It's a
Paul,
17-hour
Logan Paul,
fucking
Logan
video.
Paul, Logan
He says
Paul,
my name
100,000.
100,000.
This
By the way,
was at the peak of my hustle. Like, I would do anything at that time. I wanted it.
WTF is in yellow, etc. Right? So this is an example of a really good video. I think it has like 500,000 likes or something, which is incredible. Now, example number 2. Once again, we have Trojan horse, Elon Musk leveraging, same channel. It's just great. I think this video has as well over 500,000 likes.
A backlash because it's like still federally illegal. I had to have like random drug tests and stuff after that to prove that I'm not like a drug addict.
really?
Yeah, the consequences for me and for SpaceX were actually not good because it's federally illegal and SpaceX has federal contracts. Unfortunately, it wasn't just me, but the whole company.
So you can see it's really not that hard to make these shorts. And this is what I mean by when we say that this is one of the best opportunities right now, really, like to start a brand new channel and grow your audience fast with shorts and then build a community with your long form, because now they're bridged together. This is just incredible, and they're really not that hard to make. We talk a lot more about how to actually make them in the Discord community. So yeah, let's take a look at one more example. So this YouTube short is actually from the Iced Coffee Hour Clips podcast. And this is, I don't remember her name, Minx, I think, yes. And this is how they do it. And this video also is well, pretty viral, so.
Paycheck on Twitch was 8.6.
You can see they're adding logos, they're adding graphics, right? There is a background music, there is sound effects, the cash register sound effect.
Motivating though. Why am I doing all this work when I get to keep 40%?
It is when the tax time comes.
You can also see that there is a logo there, so no one can actually steal that from them, which is also really smart if you're going to be branding, which I highly recommend. So if you found this video valuable, then make sure to join our Discord with the first link down in the description, because there we go a lot more in depth about YouTube Shorts, YouTube automation, and overall just YouTube as a business rather than as a creator. And lastly, if you want to learn how to make more money with YouTube Shorts and the different ways to monetize YouTube Shorts, make sure to click this video because I go much more in depth in that video.